And the problem with people, though, they work towards forgiveness, but don't work from forgiveness. That means that people's like, I'm working towards forgiveness. That's what all other religions teach, that method, that you have to do this and do that in order to gain love from God. Christianity is the only faith that says you work from forgiveness. So when you're working towards forgiveness, man, that's too much, man. I got to go to church all the time. I got to pay my tithe. I got to do all this different stuff. I got to do woe is me. I got to do all this stuff in order to receive. That's how modern preachers have placed Christianity, that you have to work your way to his love. That they may not preach it just like that, but they're saying, well, if you don't pay your tithes, if you don't come to church, the only reason why he wants you to come to church so he can feel good that his church is full. The only reason why he wants you to pay your tithes is to make sure so he can know that I don't have to worry about paying that bill on that S5, right? So their reason why they're talking that, not all preachers, most of them, is because it's for their selfish gain. So it made a bunch of people feel like, well, if I don't pay my tithes, but rent's due, the lights are out. Preacher's like, boy, you better bring that to me because you know what I'm saying? Trust God with your light bill. And you teach people that, you make people too afraid. Like, God is not going to forgive me. That the moment you get a negative in your account, oh, it's because I didn't do this. Oh, my gosh, I should have gave that dollar. Stuff happens. But when you work from forgiveness, you're saying, I'm doing good because I am forgiven. The Bible says you're not saved by, you're saved by faith. You're justified by your faith, right? That I don't have to work to be in love with God anymore. I don't got to work to get approval from him. But he says your works is proof that you are in faith, that you're in love, right? So many people be like, well, I got faith in God, so I'm good. But people forget that your works prove that you are in love, that your works prove that you are in faith. So what that means is, I'm writing these books, I'm doing these videos because I have been forgiven. While I was yet a sinner, he died for me. God was good up there. He didn't have to wrap himself in flesh to save me. He didn't have to be beaten unrecognizably for me. He didn't have to be ripped apart to where Mary couldn't even recognize her own son for me. He didn't have to be nailed in his hands and his feet and beaten so bad that you could see his organs for me. The reason why the church has lost it, because they've lost the sense of what it felt to be forgiven. So what happens with people, I got selected grace. I'm only going to show grace to you, but I won't show grace to this person. I may forgive you, but I'm not going to forgive you. If you know that you've truly been forgiven, everything spawns from that heart, that motive. Now you be like, the only reason why I do ministry is because of him. It hasn't always been that way. But everything that you do, when you grasp a hold of that forgiveness, you're going to be like, I'm working because he forgave me. You can't be complacent when you've been that forgiven. You can't be complacent. But so many people are complacent because they think that Jesus did everything on the cross. It's done. So that means I'm done. No, he done. He said the Pharisees got mad. He was like, why are you healing folk on the Sabbath? Do you know how dumb them folks were? Jesus said, you will take your donkey and your goats to the water on the Sabbath, but you get mad when a man gets healed? He said, if my Father is working, I'm going to still work. The Bible says the harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. Why the laborers are few? The harvest is right for us to pick these people into the kingdom, but we're just so sitting on our couch waiting for a rapture. Do you not know that people waiting for a rapture before the Holocaust? The people was waiting for a rapture before they was being hanged on trees, waiting for the rapture when they was torched in Nero's garden. When you have the mentality of waiting to be saved, you will never be willing to save others. But when you know for a fact, I'm working because my Father's working, you'll continue to work. But some people just sitting, wasting time, ain't doing nothing. That's why I'm serious about these books, man. I'm serious about what I'm supposed to do because I want to make sure I die empty. When I die empty, I go to heaven talking about, God, I left it all here. How many of us going to take the bulk of what we was called to do back home with us? And God's like, you got so much stuff in you. I entrusted you to get that out there. People are suffering right now because of complacent Christians. And all we had to do was to be about our Father's business. All we had to do, see, that's what I'm talking about. Help them out, help them out, help them out. You're good, brother. Go ahead and get that out, man. We just got to do what we're supposed to do to make sure that we are in position to produce. Just because Jesus did all the work on the cross, he did that so that we can work. So I just want to motivate you guys, encourage you guys to get to work. Get those books out, get those songs out, get those ministry, get those business out. Go to Google. You got 2 places to go, God and Google. That's where you can find everything. Go to God gonna be like, go type this in the Google search engine. How to start a ministry, how to start a nonprofit, how to write a book, how to start listen, you know how many times I got turned down from a book publishing? I had to publish my own book. If ain't nobody gonna publish it, I'm gonna sit here and wait for somebody to publish a book. Listen, I ain't gonna quote Jay-Z. Okay, never mind. What else on the table?